Oh, you guys just caught me reading one of my newest manga pickups. Hey guys, I'm Chris Captures and welcome back to the channel. It has been a whole year since I started rebooting this channel, talking about manga, comic books, collectibles, all the good stuff that I love and I hope you guys love too. And the second video that I put out since that soft reboot was my entire manga collection because, well, it had only just started. 1 year on now, as you can see, I've amassed a fairly sizable collection. It's probably very small compared to a lot of people's collection, but for 1 year of collecting, along with having all the other crazy stuff that's happening in life over the past couple of years, I think my collection has grown significantly, and today I just wanted to show you all of that. But just before we dive into the video, I would like to say a big thank you for all the love and support on the videos lately. It's been much appreciated. Head on over to my socials to support me everywhere else as well. I don't know why I'm doing this. Hopefully, like, the names are flashing on screen. Also, if you like any of the books that you see today, chances are they are available on Blackwell's Books. They are not a sponsor, but they are affiliated with me. I've got a little link in the description down below. If you go through that link and make any sort of purchase, you help me out a whole bunch. Even if you just go through that link, it still gives me, like, link through impressions, and I think that does something. So that's that out of the way. Now let's jump into my manga collection tour of 2022. Ooh, I can't wait. Okay guys, this is my top shelf right here, one of many shelves. This is a lot of the ongoing stuff and all my nice, beautiful shonen-y stuff. So let me just move stuff out of the way and show you it bit by bit. Okay, so starting my collection. This section here are titles that I am not actively collecting. Some of them I want to get in box sets. Some of them are just little bits here and there that I've managed to find and pick up. So first of all, we've got Bleach, Claymore. I've read both of these. I didn't think I was going to like Bleach as much as I actually enjoyed this first issue, so I'm probably going to pick up more of Bleach in the future. Claymore I really enjoyed. It's very much sort of Berserk-esque vibes, so super cool. Dragon Ball, obviously it's a classic. I've watched all of Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball Z, and nothing else other than that, but eventually I want to pick up the manga. This is the one-shot Dragon Ball. That time I got reincarnated as Yamcha. Quite a fun little, like, half-hour read if you want something to just pick up and get a little bit of a Dragon Ball fix, which isn't your normal. It's an isekai in Dragon Ball. Haikyuu, volumes 1 and 2. These are normally things that I pick up if I need an extra one for 3 for 2 or something like that. I love Haikyuu, the anime. The manga is just as good as well. It's our best boys doing volleyball. After this is One Punch Man. It wasn't my favorite series in the world when I was watching the anime, but like, the more I've watched it, I've watched season 2 twice now, and I've read these first 2 volumes, and it's grown on me so much. Like, I think it's hilarious, don't get me wrong. I think it definitely gets better the more it goes on, and apparently the manga gets so much better after season 2 as well. So I will be picking more of it up in the future. It's just not a priority for me right now. Next up is The Promised Neverland. I've got volumes 1, 2, and 3. I had never checked anything out from this series before. I hadn't watched the anime or anything like that. I know that got very mixed receptions with the way season 2 botched it, but the manga, volumes 1, 2, and 3 are really good. The mystery is so intriguing. I'm definitely going to be picking more of this up. It's not one that I'm always looking out for, but if I ever pick one up as the 3rd book in a 3 for 2 or something, or a free book, I'll definitely be picking more of this up. Next up, we've got Ultimo. This is written by Stan Lee, so this is why I got it. I got it in a bundle when I first started collecting. As you've probably seen, I'm a massive comic book head, so Stan Lee is an idol. Finding out that he had done manga as well. I've not actually read this yet. I think a scientist create little robot demon children, like one good and one evil, and the stakes of the world or something like that. I had to pick it up while it was in a bundle with some other stuff. I think I got that with Bleach and maybe a couple of things that I've sold since then. Definitely going to be reading this soon. Also, at the end, I'll try and figure out how much of all this collection I've actually read, which should be the majority of it, because if you've been watching my shorts at the beginning of the year, I was trying to read everything or as close to everything before I bought any more as possible, just so that I wasn't getting out of hand. Undead Unluck Volume 1, I picked this up after my birthday last year. I was manga shopping in York, if you haven't seen that video. It was fine, it was funny, but the premise didn't do enough to hook me in. I don't know if I'll be continuing the series. I do tend to like to give things about 3 issues before I say no, I'm gonna drop it completely, but I might read volumes 2 and 3 online and see if I want to carry it on, just because I don't know if I want to sink money into the series right now. It was good, don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people find it really funny. I just think the humor was the only thing really that made me want to read it. I don't know. Next up is Yu Yu Hakusho Volume 1. Now, I haven't actually read this, and I don't believe I've ever watched any of the anime, really. I might have caught 1 or 2 episodes in the early 2000s when I was a kid. I don't know anything about this story. I just know it's from the same guy that made Hunter x Hunter, and some guy, I don't know, maybe dies or something and becomes a ghost hunter or something, and then it just goes really weird from there, and there's dark tournament arcs and stuff like that. It's apparently peak shonen, and peak 90s shonen especially, so I'm more than happy to have this in the collection. I managed to find it and get it as part of a 3 for 2. If I can find more copies, I will get more copies. I will be reading this soon as well. I just wanted to try and get a couple more copies before I started reading it. Okay, so they are the series that I'm not actively collecting at the moment. This next section, it's got some more that go in front of it as well. This is starting to become my One Piece shrine, with the Funko Pop that never wants to stand up. Stay. One Piece is easily my favourite manga of all time, and I'm only 20 volumes into it. I watched a bit of the anime when I was a kid, didn't really follow anything up with that. As soon as I started getting into manga, I knew One Piece was what I wanted to read. This was the number one thing that really got me into it. I wanted the world building, I wanted the spice. So I got a bundle. One of the first bundles I ever got came with volumes 1, 2, and 3. This volume is kind of beat up. It's all yellow in and everything, but I just had to get it, had to devour it. And then since then, I was bought this separate, bought a bundle with this many in, and then I bought the rest in another bundle and stuff like that. The video that I put out nearly a year ago entitled my Manga Collection Triples, this is where I got all of this. Check out that video to see me opening it for the first time. But this is One Piece volumes 1 through 19 there. Read all of them. Absolutely love it. And then in front are the volumes that, I have read volume 20 now, but I don't have room to stack it up there. So these were going to be the volumes that I haven't read yet. Also, I've got a gap here that I need to fill. I need 21 through 23 to finish the Baroque Works Alabaster arc, I believe, before we go on to Skypiea. I do want the box sets, I think, so that they all look the same. They're all the same sort of edition and everything. And I get the story arcs in bulk. It's not feasible for me to get them right now. Hopefully one day I'll just start replacing this with the East Blue box set and then get the second box set. I might actually do that. I might sell these and get the second box set and just start from there, try and get the single issues to fill the gap, because I think the second box set starts around 24. Anyway, One Piece, my favourite manga ever. Also, Red-Haired Shanks Funko Pop, if you want to see me hunt for the Chase variant of it, check out that video linked in the top corner up here now. Sanji, I got him for £1 when I was on holiday. I found him in a second-hand comic book shop. Moving on, keeping with Shonen Jump, I tried to organise in publisher and volume size and alphabetical within the publisher as well, just in case you cared about this. I got Shaman King issue 1 through 10. These are the issues from the early to mid 2000s. This version is out of print now. It's now, I believe it's Dark Horse doing the 3-in-1s now. I'm not the biggest fan of big, thick 3-in-1s, I don't think. I prefer these ones. These were the versions that I sort of saw growing up and stuff like that. Also, when the 3-in-1s started coming out, you could never get them without the spines just being all battered. So I was kind of okay, found a great deal online for these. I'm going to get these. I know it's probably going to be harder to collect them all. I've not actually read any of this yet. I've watched the original anime. I've watched the new version of the anime up until I think episode 22 or something like that. So I think I'm actually pretty much up to about volume 9 that I've watched of the new anime. Great series. I need to read the manga for it next. Okay, Battle Royale. I got this. Did I get this in a bundle? I think I might have done. Just managed to get volume 1. This is a super hard series to get. It's out of print everywhere and everything. Super hard to get. Love Battle Royale the movie, so why not? Kingdom Hearts 365 over 2 days. Volume 1. I got given this as a gift, I believe, by my sister years ago, maybe for like my 18th or 20th birthday. She knew I was into Kingdom Hearts, so she picked this up, but I didn't have anything else to read with it, so I haven't actually ever read it. I want to get the full series and then read all of it. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favourite game series of all time, so cool. Berserk, one of the greatest first volumes I've ever read. I want to read more. I was torn between whether to get the single issues or the deluxe editions. I think I've now decided I'm going to get the deluxe editions. That's why I haven't picked up any more. I'm itching to read Berserk. I know it's going to be one of my favourite series of all time. Okay, Sailor Moon, volumes 1 and volumes 2. I loved Sailor Moon growing up, the anime, so I thought I'd check these out. Apparently the Eternal editions are the better way to read it. It's a shame that it's really hard to try and get hold of at the moment. It is what it is. It's not something I'm actively collecting. That's by Kodansha. I am actually reading volume 1 at the moment. I've got a couple books in the work. I've put this one to one side because I picked up some new titles that I wanted to read more. Speaking of new titles that I wanted to read more, Fire Punch, volume 1 and volume 2. These were out of print for so long. These were not out of print, out of stock before I even got into manga. I've been collecting for a year now. I've only just in the past month or so been able to get volume 1 and volume 2. This is by the same creator as Chainsaw Man. Great series. It's very nihilistic. It's very dark. I don't think the writing's quite as good as Chainsaw Man, but to be honest, it's a weird way to word it, but I like the fact that this isn't as good as Chainsaw Man because it shows that the writer is progressing in his career, in his writing style, everything like that. So yeah, I'm loving this series right now. Chainsaw Man is easily better in my opinion. I can't wait to pick up all 8 issues of this and devour it. I would recommend, if you're going to read this, get at least 3 volumes at a time because you'll rinse through them so quick, and I think that's why I'm stagnant on it at the moment. I want to read more, but I can't get the issues, so I'm just itching. I'm itching. If I could get the rest and then binge it, it might feel better for me instead of having big gaps between issues. Having a big gap between reading volume 1 and volume 2, I had to go back and reread volume 1 just to kind of catch myself up on characters and stuff because it felt like there was a disconnect. Anyway, I sound like I'm slamming on it. I'm not. I love the series. It's just not as good as Chainsaw Man for me. That's all I'm going to say. Also, if you've noticed already, I'm already out of space again. I reorganized stuff and I'm already out of space again. Move back and go out of the way. Funko Pop Soda. This is just the normal, not the chase. Move the Diva Mech out of the way as well. Okay, up here we've got Komi-Kan Communicates Volume 1, 2 and 3. Super cute, super fun, slice of life series. Everybody knows about this book now. I will be picking it up if and when I come across it. I binge read these 3 volumes. I do want to get more. It's something that I'll probably pick up maybe 3 volumes at a time and binge them and slowly try and catch up that way. Beastars Volume 1, really enjoyed this first volume, enjoyed season 1 of the anime. It's not something that I'm itching to pick up. I mean, I was for a time, but volume 2 was not in stock for so long that I got bored of waiting and moved on to other series. So eventually this will be picked up, just not yet. Goodnight Pun Pun, amazing first volume. Volume 2 and 3 were out of stock ever since, so I've not been able to pick them up. Everybody has been saying that this is their favourite series. It'll leave you depressed for months. It probably will, but I really love Volume 1. The way it made me feel inside was weird. I really enjoyed it. Any sort of media that can make you think like that. Chef's kiss. Moving on to something much more lighthearted, right next to it is Zom 100, Bucket List of the Dead. This is the first 4 volumes of that. I think volume 6 is now out in English. I just haven't had a chance to pick them up yet. These you go through so quickly. These volumes are so thin. I need more of it. I need more of it. Such a funny series. Basically, zombie apocalypse outbreak happens and a guy decides to make a bucket list of all the things that he could do before he gets turned into a zombie. And it's just him slowly checking off things from his list. Super wholesome, super gory at times, but always hilarious. Great series. Up next is Neon Genesis Evangelion. I will not be heard it said any other way. These, I got both of them together secondhand in a bundle for I think like £12 for them both. And considering the 3-in-1s, I thought that was a super good deal. This was being written at the same time that the anime was, so I think they divert a little bit towards the end. The similar, it's just the way events play out are slightly different. I love this series. The anime is one of my favorite anime of all time. So the manga, just as good. It's just great to have so much Evangelion media to consume. It's great. Okay, for my birthday last year, you will have also seen this if you checked out that Manga Hunt in York haul video. This is Junji Ito's Smashed hardcover. Great series of short stories. I want to get more Junji Ito work. It's just not stuff that I'm itching to pick up all the time. I might want to pick up some of his series like Uzumaki and stuff like that. Maybe like not so much as short story stuff at the moment. I do want to get more of this. It's just not what I'm itching to read right now, if you get what I mean, if that makes sense. Okay, so this stuff on the front here is the stuff that I am actively like always on the hunt for. So two of my newest pickups, we got Sakamoto Days Volume 1, really funny action comedy series set in the Hitman world. Just talked about this in my latest video, check that out up there. And the whole video before that, I got My Dress Up Darling Volume 1. It's still wrapped, I haven't read this yet. So excited to read this. I loved season 1 of the anime. It's one of my favorite romance comedies. Probably my favorite actually. I liked Horimiya as well, but this is probably number 1. I am enjoying Rent a Girlfriend at the moment as well, but this is the best of the best for me at the moment in terms of romance comedies. Definitely excited to try and pick up more. Starting here now in alphabetical order again, this is all Shonen Jump stuff. We got Bakuman, volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is one of the first series that I absolutely fell in love with. I do want to pick up more, but I think I'm going to wait and get the box set and then sell these 3 individual volumes. I absolutely love this. It's by the same creators of Death Note. If you've not read it yet, you're doing yourself a disservice. This is one of the best written manga there is, and it's a manga writer and artist writing about being a manga writer and artist in Shonen Jump. Need I say more? Up next, Chainsaw Man. I don't think there's anything else that I can say that a million people haven't said about Chainsaw Man. This is volumes 1 through 10. We're only waiting for volume 11 to come out in English. I've not read volume 10 yet because I want to get volume 11 and then reread it all and finish the series. This is part 1. Part 2 will start serializing later this year. This is incredible. Like I said, from the same creator as Fire Punch. A guy fuses with a devil and then goes hunting other devils, but it's so much more than that. It's so well paced. It's just the bangers. It cuts out all the chaff. It's shonen at its most shonen. It's incredible. Artwork is like super sketchy and dark, but it works so well for the series. And the page flow is unlike anything that I've ever seen, even in Western comic books as well. I think it's got the best action page flow you could ever look for. I think it's my second favorite series, joint second with JoJo's for my favorite manga series of all time. Number 1, One Piece. Number 2, probably Chainsaw Man and JoJo's. 3 would probably be Jujutsu Kaisen and Bakuman and Demon Slayer, like rattling around there. It's hard to pick a top 5, genuinely. Hunter Volume 1 and Volume 2. Picking this up slowly, it's obviously hard to find anyway. Volume 1 nearly lost me a little bit, but then now that I've read Volume 2 as well, Hunter, really good. I'm definitely invested now that I've read 2 volumes. This is why I give things at least 3 volumes. I thought the first one started out really good and it ended really good. It was just in the middle. It lost me a little bit, but Volume 2, woo! Bangers, straight bangers. It's one of the GOATs for a reason. I'll agree with everyone. Jujutsu Kaisen issue 0 through to issue 7. Jujutsu Kaisen volume 0 through to volume 7. So this is obviously the most sold manga of last year, I believe. I think it beat out One Piece. The year before that, I believe Demon Slayer beat out One Piece as well. But this is absolutely incredible. Volume 0 follows the events of the movie. Well, the movie follows the events of volume 0, and then volumes 1 through, I believe, 8 is season 1. I'm trying to pick this up. It's really hard to get copies of. I waited for months and months and months to get volume 4. I ended up reading it online so that I could finish reading the rest of the volumes. I'm not the biggest online reader of manga. I prefer the physical copies so much more, but when I have to, I will do. And if I want to check stuff out, I'll check it out on the Shonen Jump app sometimes. So I'll read little bits digitally like that just to see if I want to dive into the series. Love this series. It's incredible. It's definitely up there with one of my favorites. It has the same sort of thing as Chainsaw Man, where it's just banger after banger, cut out the chaff, but the story in this is so much deeper, I believe, like in terms of the scope of it compared to Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man is probably a bit deeper in like its theming, but this, ooh, Jujutsu Kaisen is so good. It really, really got me into collecting manga. Finally, on this shelf anyway, Kaiju number 8, volumes 1 and volume 2. I've only just picked up volume 2, so I haven't read it yet. Super cool, super funny series. This is a older protagonist for a shonen. Typically, he keeps failing out of the exams to become special forces, and then when he becomes part Kaiju himself, he's able to join the special forces team to then take out Kaiju's threatening Japan. Super cool series. I'm excited to see what happens in volume 2. And now we're gonna go down to this shelf. Okay, this shelf is a bit more of my showcase shelf at the moment. So we'll start off here. The first volume of manga I ever bought was Demon Slayer Volume 1. I've since sold that version of it because I was bought the box set for Christmas. I'm super excited. I've only read the first 3 volumes because that's why I had in single issues beforehand. I want to read this all in one go. I was debating, do I wait until I just read up to date with the anime, but I've decided no, I'm just going to binge the box set. I think that's going to be a video in of itself because I want to start reading it and try and avoid spoilers, because people are just throwing spoilers out left, right and center now, even though most people are anime only. Well, not most people. It was one of the most sold manga, but a lot of people are anime only. I even managed to pick up the Japanese Volume 1. Beautiful. And recently picked up the Stories of Water and Flame, which is the side stories. The original Darth Vader Funko Pop, just saying. Okay, here we have Attack on Titan, Volume 1 in Japanese. Beautiful. I don't actually own any Attack on Titan manga. I don't know if I want to either, because I much prefer the anime with it, and I'm up to date with the anime, never read a single bit of the manga. The art style prefer in the anime, I think, so I don't know. Maybe in the future, but for now, I'm so glad to have Volume 1 in Japanese. I might try and get the final volume in Japanese as well to go with it, just as a collection piece. Here we have JoJo's Volume 1 through 3. This was another early pickup that I got in my manga collecting journey because I loved the anime. So this is part 1, volumes 1, 2, and 3. I will be getting Battle Tendencies and part 3 at some point. It's just, I've seen the anime for them. I'm more focusing on the newer JoJo's that I've either not seen the anime for or I'm waiting to read first. So I started watching part 4, and then when I started collecting the manga, I decided to just go manga only to finish it, and now I'm watching the anime. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4, Diamond is Unbreakable, Volumes 1 through Volume 9, that is complete. And then behind Naruto Volume 1 in Japanese, I've never read or watched anything to do with Naruto, but I got this in the bundle with my other Japanese stuff. I do intend to binge it all at some point. I'm torn between doing manga or anime first. I think I might do the anime. Hiding behind there, an amazing Christmas present I got from one of my best friends. This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, Golden Wind Volume 1 and Volume 2. I'm waiting until I have a few more volumes before I start reading this. I might wait until I got Volume 3 and then I can binge 1, 2, and 3. That might be the plan with that. And yeah, that is all she wrote with the English stuff. Cut back to me in a second where I've got some more Japanese volumes to show you. Okay guys, editor's note here. I didn't end up filming the section for the end where I counted how many volumes I had and how many I've read / percentage read. So I've done that now, and I've got 137 volumes in my collection, which I didn't even think I had 100, so 137 is kind of crazy. I have read 88 of them, so that is currently sitting at 65%, I believe, if I've done the maths right. So that's pretty good. It's over halfway. Once I've binged Demon Slayer, that's going to bring me right up to probably about the 80% mark, because that's going to be 20 volumes down. That'll leave me, I'll be on 108 out of 137. So yeah, just reading the new titles that I bought and Demon Slayer will get those numbers right up. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, onto the Japanese volumes. Okay, so you've already seen 3 of my Japanese volumes, but I have got a whole box full of them still. This is all full of bubble wrap. Some of the series, I actually can't remember what they are in English anymore. I mean, the titles of them. I would have to find the old eBay listing that I bought them from. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out the ones that I know and the ones that I'm super stoked to have. And then I will maybe quickly show you the other ones, and they might go up for sale at some point on my eBay. Okay, so first up we have Blue Exorcist Volume 1 in Japanese. I can't remember the name of this series properly. It's something's Book of Friends. Apparently this is a much beloved series. I am intrigued in picking this up in English at some point, but these are pretty gorgeous volumes, to be fair. The artwork is kind of shoujo-esque style. It gives me major like Card Captor / Sailor Moon art style wise. I don't think that's what the series is like. Okay, so we've got Orange. This is a slice of life romance, I believe. It's a little bit busted up on the corner on the slipcase. Loads of people love this series. I actually haven't read it or checked out the anime either. Maybe at one point I'll pick it up in English. I don't know what this series is, but the cover kind of reminds me of Sweat and Soap. I don't know if it is. It's definitely a romance series. I said I wasn't going to go through all these, but I'm trying to get to the stuff that I want to show you. Okay, so here we have volumes 1, 2, and 3 of My Hero Academia. I don't have any in English yet. There is a box set coming out, I believe, now in English, so I might pick that up. I do really enjoy My Hero Academia. I don't think it's a perfect series by any means, but the highs are so highs that the lows kind of feel quite low in comparison, so it is what it is. At the end of the day, I love the characters in it. I think that is where it holds its weight, is in the character design and the way they are written. Sometimes it's just the plot lets them down a little bit. It does seem to be getting better and better though, and I've heard that after where season 5 left off in the manga is just getting absolutely cracked. I definitely want to pick that up. I might start picking it up from maybe volume 26 in the manga and just see how it goes from there. I think once I've got more shelves in this room, I'm going to put up more of these Japanese volumes as sort of like showcase pieces with Funko Pops or action figures or whatever. 3 incredible series now. We've got Death Note Volume 1. I don't have this in English yet, like I said, but I definitely want to pick it up. The anime is incredible. Carrying on with that, we've got Bakuman Volume 1 in Japanese. This is incredible. I actually also found most of this series in Japanese in a charity shop down south when I was on holiday, but they were missing a couple volumes, so I didn't want to pick it all up there. Also, I don't need the full set in Japanese, I don't think, but having volume 1 of one of my favourite series in its original print form is something of note. That's why I bought this set. Also, Full Metal Alchemist Volume 1. Woo! Cracking series. This, like, slipcase and everything just feels gorgeous. It's been so well looked after considering the age of it. One Punch Man Volume 1. Already got that in English, so it's cool to have it in Japanese as well. Bleach Volume 1. Like I said, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I was going to. Okay, we have Dragon Ball Z. This is this is partial colour version of Dragon Ball. It might have been like the Viz Big edition, but it's not a 3-in-1. Not entirely sure the edition, but super cool to have the original Dragon Ball in Japanese. This might be the last one that we're seeing from this. This is GTO. I think this is the original GTO. I don't know. I don't really know anything about GTO, but this is a super cool series from what I do know. Super cool. People would kill people for that issue volume. Okay, we've got volume 1 of Fruits Basket Another, a very famous like shoujo series. I didn't realise that I had a copy of Fruits Basket Another in here. Cool. So I want to show you this one. I have no idea what it is, but it's got cute seals all over it. A kid's comic strip, so it's probably for young children, probably to help you learn to read and write Japanese. It might be good actually if I was trying to learn Japanese, maybe. Who knows? It's super cute. Look at those seals. This one's my favorite. Look at him. He's so happy. He is so goddamn happy right now. Where's the camera? He's right there. Look at him. He's so goddamn happy. Ooh, Your Name Volume 1. There's more in here than I thought there was. Tokyo Ghoul Volume 1. I Am a Hero. I'm Not a Hero. I Am a Hero, I believe. Zombie Manga Volume 1 in Japanese. Berserk issue 31 in Japanese. Got Gantz issue 1, 2 and 3 all in Japanese, and Gantz 1. So sorry, that was Gantz G. This is Gantz 1. Gantz Volume 1. A Kamega Kill Volume 1. I nailed saying that first time that time. That is the first time in history I've ever nailed saying that series first time around. We got Saint Young Men Volume 1, 2 and 3. These volumes are dummy expensive in the UK. It Will Be Breakfast at Tiffany Someday is the name of this one. There are a couple more in there, but I don't have a Scooby-Doo what they are. So I'm just not going to mention them, and I'm going to wrap it up there. So let me put these away. Okay guys, so that was my entire manga collection as of June 13th, 2022. Like I said, it was a year after I started collecting, so all this has been in the last year. You guys have really driven me to build this collection, to collect more, check out new series. So in the comments down below, just let me know what your favorite thing in my collection was, and I'll let you know maybe if one of you guys inspired me to pick it up, or what that is. Let me know what I should pick up next, which series I should continue, which ones I should maybe give a second chance, or etc, etc. One of those questions down below. Thank you so much for the support on the videos lately. Don't forget to follow my socials and we can converse more. Please just talk to me about this. Oh, it's so good. I've been finding a lot more British manga tubers as well, so if you want me to tell you any of their details, let me know, and I will. I would give them so much love and shout out, because there's not many of us British manga creators out there, so it's nice that I'm starting to like interact with a few of you a bit more. It's nice to find this community. And just finally, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps so much. Watch this video to the end. Well, if you're listening to this, you already have, so that's redundant. So thank you for watching till the end. Please leave a like, it helps. Leave a comment more than anything, that helps so much. My mouth is full of ulcers and it is killing me right now, so I'm just going to say thank you, I love you all, and goodbye. See you in another year for maybe part 3 of this, where I show you my collection after 2 years of collecting. Hopefully. 2 as well. I'm